right, Outlaw Radio Live fans, we are now live on the air in full effect with the legendary Ritchie Rich from the legendary LA Dream Team. How you doing tonight?
Yeah. All is blessed and well. All is blessed and well. How you doing?
I am doing great. Most definitely, man. I'm doing great. So I know you're a busy guy, so I'm going to get right into this interview. I have to ask you, man, what made you decide to get into the music industry?
Well, it's not what I decided. Music got into me. You know what I'm saying? From a small child, playing in the band at school and, always loving music and hearing music. It was just something that I adapted to. So so it's in me now. I can't shake it.
Hey, man, most definitely. You are a pioneer in this game, man. You've done so much work. And you are also the founder and CEO of Rich World Entertainment. Can you tell us a bit about that and how it came to be? Also, what artists are currently signed to your label?
Well, how it came to be is I was so tired of just giving away music, doing music for other people. And I said, well, if I can do that, then I can do it for myself. I can, make things happen for myself. So that was the origin of me getting it in. I got a few, unsigned artists, G-Cell, TSO. I got a couple artists, but I'm not gonna put their names out right now until the music is out. But believe me, I'm 35 years in the music game, so we good.
And speaking of 35 years in the music game, you are part of the pioneer rap group called the LA Dream Team. How did that rap group come to be, and how did you all get together and meet?
Well, it all started off with Rudy Party and Snake Puppy. I was at the Guitar Center one day. Rudy Party and Snake already had, the thing going on. They had a record out called Over the Dream Team and Rockberry Jam. And I'm at the Guitar Center one day, and I'm just playing on the keyboard. I used to go up there, and the guy used to let me make my beats. He used to hook up the drum machine. Shouts out to Mike Hightower. Let me hook it up, and I would just do my thing. And one day, Rudy happened to walk by and hear some stuff that I had. He's like, yo, who did that? I'm like, me. So he was like, yeah, you did all that, the drums and everything. I was like, yeah, I did that. So he was like, well, man, I got this group called the LA Dream Team to, to do some shows. Would you like to come do some shows? And I was like, well, yeah. I mean, that was the epitome of getting started. So I hooked up with Rudy. He brought me to a show that Snake Puppy Chris Wilson was supposed to do, was doing, but originally he wanted me to take Chris Wilson's place, but I could never take that guy's place. He was too iconic. So, I just melted in, and I did the third single. That's the one. Well, Dream Team in the House is the one that's got, because we had made some buzz with Dream Team in the House nationally, not locally but nationally. And then they said, well, we need another single or two to seal the deal. So once I came in, I did a song called Orchestra Plays, and that's what sealed us the deal with. And Nursery Rhymes. That's the one we did the video to. So, what it is.
Nursery Rhyme is such an iconic track as well. I remember my parents used to be jamming to that track all the time when I was a kid, man. It's catchy, man. They don't make rap like they used to be.
No, they don't. Nope. Nope. Nope.
So, also in 1983, the LA Dream Team changed their name to Dark Star. What was the reason behind that name change?
No, no, and no, 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 no. Dark Star was a group that I was with before the LA Dream Team.
Oh,
Dark Star was, that was a group that I was before LA Dream Team.
okay, my bad. Might I ask, so also my next question is, the Dark Stars EP "Sexy Baby" was released outside of the United States and overseas only. Can you tell us why it was never released in the United States of America?
Well, because that was a situation where West Coast rap was really not getting the shine. I mean, it wasn't really a lot of West Coast rap going mainstream or public. So it was just it was a West Coast record. You know, it was just a West Coast record. So but we did it, and the group was Frosty, DJ Flash, Mackamo, Lovin' MC, and Carlton Burrell. So, and this was way more West Coast. This was way before. Matter of fact, that was one of the first rap records, I was playing before West Coast rap record was, really a thing. So, you know, um, Dark Star was before LA Dream Team.
Okay, and you also produce for legendary individuals like Mellow Man Ace. I have to ask, how did you and Mellow Man Ace get connected?
Well, through Kid Frost. Through Kid Frost.
Another huge legendary rap group out of there, man. Frig, you cannot go wrong with Kid Frost, man.
Yep, yep. And you know what? It's all been a blessing from God. I just stay in my lane and I do what I do. So that's all it is. That's all it is.
And when I was speaking of rap group, you also produced the hit single "For Your Ear" by the South Central Cartel. How did you get connected with South Central Cartel?
That's funny you should ask that. I met Havoc one day at a club. He's like, "Yo, I know you produce. Come on, do something for us." And they were on Def Jam at the time. So I mean, I just said, "Okay, come on. Listen, I'm not scared of no music. I'm not scared." So we came in and we did that. Tina Davis was the A&R for Def Jam at the time. That's the same lady that was down with Chris Brown. So, I mean, shit, I just went in there and did it. I ain't had no problem. Listen, I'm not scared of music. So.
Yeah, South Central Cartel. They have some pretty mean music, but good music, but very hard.
Yep.
So,
They do.
I also read that you worked with Grandmaster Lonzo of the World Class Wrecking Crew. How did you get connected with him, and what was it like working with him?
It's funny. Hey, listen, you got your questions down. All right. So how it happened was after the Dream Team broke up, right? After we dispersed, Lonzo called me, and this was after DJ Yella and Dr. Dre left the crew, and they went on to start NWA. So the record "Turn Off the Lights" with Michelle. You familiar with that?
Michelle, yeah, very talented female artist.
Yeah. The record got hot. So Lonzo got about 14, 15 dates to go on the road. And with Lonzo knowing that I was a part of the Dream Team and that I had stage presence and that I could rap, you know what I'm saying? He called me and said, "Hey, Rich, look, I got some tours, some tour dates. Would you like to go on them?" And I was like, I was kind of hesitant, only because I had been a crosstown rivalry with the record crew, being of the Dream Team from LA. And so I thought about it, you know, I prayed about it. I even asked my mom about it. Mom, should I go? Should I go? She said, look, you like the tour? I'm like, yep. She said, do you like the money? I'm like, yep. She said, well, go. So I called Lonzo back and I said, okay, I'm in. But Lonzo told me, hey, listen, I need a DJ. I need a DJ to take Dre's spot. I'm like, well, shit, I got a DJ. And I called up Battlecat, DJ Battlecat, legendary DJ Battlecat. And I called him, I picked him up, and we went over there, and the rest was history.
That must have been one hell of a great tour, you know, world-class wrecking crew.
It was very nice. It was eye-opening and exciting. It was a blessing.
I've heard a lot of stories that they're pretty crazy on tours. You know, they love to party.
Yeah, well, you know, it's according to who you are. I mean, if you're not from somewhere, you'll go anywhere. So, you know, that's what it is. Yeah, but yeah, it is crazy. It can be crazy out on the road. Yep.
So you also work with the legendary Herbie Hancock on his single "The Melody," which achieved gold and platinum status. What was it like working with Herbie, and how does it feel knowing that it went gold and platinum?
Come on, man. You know a whole lot of information. You do your homework. You know what? It was iconic because I went up to Herbie's house. I took my turntables up there. My man Will Rock from the Uli Brothers, you know, he was doing the track, and he just wanted me to come up there and scratch. And I was elated like Herbie Hancock. Yep, so I just went up there and did my thing. It was beautiful, you know, and when I got the check from Herbie Hancock, you know, I took my mom to the bank and I showed her the check. I'm like, Mom, we made it. You know, so it was good. It was a blessing. You know, God is good all the time. So, you know, and that was iconic for me. That and my mom is a nurse at Sony Pictures, but my mom used to be a nurse, well, still is a nurse, but she used to be a private duty nurse, and she took Ella Fitzgerald and a couple other individuals. But my mom called me one day and she said she was taking her to dialysis. And she said, Rich, get down here. Get down here. So I got on to the hospital and Ella Fitzgerald was right there. And Ella was like, oh, this is your son? He's handsome. He's gorgeous. Blah, 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 blah. So that's probably my two biggest, you know, accolades in the music business that I can attain to. So, you know, but yeah, Herbie's a good guy. Herbie is a good guy. We did the track at his house. So, yeah.
And you know, man, that must have been such an amazing experience working with such a legendary individual like Herbie Hancock. But
yes, it was.
I also have to ask. A lot of people might not know this one either, but you worked on the soundtrack for the video game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I have to ask, what was that experience like, and how did that project come to be for you?
Uh, yeah. Man, where you get your information from? It was good.
Like
I mean, it was nothing. You what they call a coal digger, a coal miner. I mean, it was good. It was something that just happened. It came to me. I did it, and I never looked back. I never looked back. It was good. It was good. It was a blessing. I have to say, it was a blessing from God. You know what I'm saying? To be involved in that. But guess what? The marathon don't stop.
Oh, most definitely it doesn't. I have to say, thank you for your contribution to hip hop and to that soundtrack, man, because that highlighted a lot of my young years, in front of the TV, you know, doing some stuff that in real life would, land you 25 to life. But
Wow, that's big for you to say. That's big. That's big. That's big.
but I also have to ask, you also helped and contributed to DJ Quick's debut studio album named Quick Is the Name. I have to ask, how did you and Quick get connected, and what was it like creating that debut album with him?
Wow, where did you get your information from? You're a coal miner's son, yo. You digging? Um, I met Quick when he was a youngster, and I met him through a friend of mine named Mike Yo. The Dream Team was just about to be over, and he used to live down the street, so he introduced me to Quick and actually the Penthouse Players Clique. Player Ham, Calvin Crush, Tweet Cadillac, and DJ Quick. And we just formulated the get down from there. I showed Quick how to play the keyboard and get down, and he just flourished from there. He just flourished.
And that's...
What it wasn't me. It was all God. It was all God working.
And that was such an iconic album as well with DJ Quick. And I have to ask this: you've produced for so many legendary individuals and groups. For instance, Daddy Freddy, Domino, UTFO, Kid Frost, Tina Marie. I have to ask, who is your favorite individual that you actually produced for? Who is your favorite to work with?
You know what? Honestly, I don't have a favorite. I just love doing what I'm doing, and I love doing what I did. And I don't have no favorite because each time I go in, I'm in a zone. So it's not about a favorite because one record don't make me or who I am. Each record is individually is what it is. I just don't have a favorite. Maybe not yet. But it's not about a favorite. Okay, maybe might say Tina Marie. Maybe I might say that's one of them, but all the records that I produce is I put my heart and soul in it. So, even up to now with the Rich World Get Down that I'm doing and the Rich Diamonds that I'm doing, it's not. I can't say it's one favorite record because everyone was different.
That is absolutely true, and that's a good answer. I should have thought about that one because everybody is different projects, different experiences. But I have to ask you, what is next for the real Ritchie Rich?
Well, I am relaunching Rich World Records and Rich Diamonds Productions. the Rich Diamonds Management. Um, I took a little break because I kind of pulse on some different ventures. I got of course, I got my recording studio. I got my barber shop. I got a sandwich shop. So I've been kind of concentrating on that, all branded under Rich World, Rich World, Rich Eats, and Real Rich Barbershop. So I'm just trying to get those off the ground. But 2020, I'm going hard in the paint with the music. I've got Rich Diamonds, which is my management company. So I'm looking for artists to, with good music. But the artists, they got to come with their own money. They got to come up with their own monetizing. They got to come with their own get down. So, that's what's new for Rich World. That's what's new.
Hey man, that sounds like a great 2020 is most definitely the real Richie Rich's year. It's a year of the takeover for Richie Rich. I have to ask,
Yes,
this is the
sir.
time of the interview, Richie, that I give the individual that comes on my show a chance to give shout outs to whomever they want to give shout outs to, and also their social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you in your journey if they're not already doing that.
You ready?
Yep.
All right. Real Richie Rich at Hotmail, Rich World at Facebook, Hearts of Diamonds at Facebook, DJ Battlecat at Hotmail, and God, God in heaven.
All right, I want to say, Richie Rich, thank you so much for coming up on Outlaw Radio Live, man. It was an absolute honor and a blessing to be able to have such a talented and a pioneer of hip hop on my show. So I want to deeply say thank you so much for providing me with your time.
Thank you, sir. No, thank you. I appreciate you.
Hey, you're most certainly welcome. You have yourself a wonderful night, man.
Yes, sir. Blessings to you, King.